You got it? I'm with it if you do it like that. It's starting out when the colors of the rainbow flash. We gotta keep it moving, make a change so it don't change back. So hard to lose like that. Let's do it all around the world. We gotta turn up the sunshine. We gotta turn up the sunshine. Sing about all the boys and girls. You gotta turn up the sunshine. You gotta turn up the sunshine. Celebrate all night long, waiting for the light.
Yo, what is up? What is up? Rally with the family, baby. Amy's doing so good right now. Oh yeah. All right, guys. What is up? What is up? Fran, Ziliana, Joey, Matt, John Jose, Aldo, what is good? All right, let's look at the macro. All right. Guys, Amy is up 8% for the day. And going. We are tracking Ethereum Classic. All right, Ethereum Classic, for those of you that don't remember, we did have a similar tracking back here in the March rally. That was one of the factors we looked at before predicting this run. Okay, so we have a similar setup right now. We're actually dealing with very similar price action too. So for the next couple of days with Ethereum Classic tracking, all of these other sectors that are going up right now as well at the same time are having that rotation. So that that has me pretty optimistic here for the next couple of days. We also have this inverse tracking of the red pattern. So you can tell right here it's tracking very closely, and then here towards the tail end you're starting to see a bit of delay happening, and that's normal because there's always noise on this part here in the end. So the percentage here, these levels that are being hit are what we're tracking, okay, and then so resistance we know is going to be around the $19 level for that macro trend line, okay? So that happens to line up with this right here, okay? And let's pull it up here. Let's go on the macro. Take the cycle away for a sec. All right, so this is our macro resistance trend line. Let's turn this a different color. All right, and we are getting very close to hitting this. All right, so this is what I'm considering here for the next couple of days. We know that there is a macro point of interest at the end of the month. Okay, we're not there yet. We're still about mid-month here. So based on the tracking, how Ethereum Classic is doing, Ethereum Classic just hit resistance as well. So if we pull up Ethereum Classic, this is something I posted here on the website yesterday. Okay, and this was a zone that we were tracking. Okay, and we are getting close to that. All right, so there should be a bit of resistance here, maybe some sideways pressure before getting that next leg up. And right now we are tracking about T+2, okay, which means that we are trailing behind 2 days on Ethereum Classic. All right, so if that continues, we should see that $19, $20 level here in the next couple of days, hit resistance, possibly just have a quick breather back down, and then this is where we're going to get that macro test, guys. This is where we either break it and create a macro projector here to set up for the end of July POI, or we get a rejection back down. And I even think that the rejection back down wouldn't be a bad thing because based on this stagnant pressure that we've had here, there's been a lot of like basically these runs, they're not as drastic as we've seen back here. So I think that the pressure that's accumulating here is going to allow for a larger pop once we do fully cross this level of resistance. We've seen this happen multiple times in the past. We've seen it happen with Mara. Before Mara ran to like $80, it had a very similar setup where it touched resistance, came back down, and then it just popped and started going up very quickly. So I think either way here, there's really nothing else these guys can do for tricking us here, man. This is a very important level of resistance. And like I said before, guys, once you cross this, it gets extremely dangerous for these hedge funds. So I'm very optimistic, very happy. And yeah, let's fucking rally, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. What is up, Nana? Trader in the trees. DR no. AP95, what's good? I've got a neighbor, Gotham Scott. Hello, hello. Joey. All right, let's look at the intraday pattern here for AMC. And let's also compare the Ethereum Classic tracking. All right, let's pull up this pattern. I'm going to go on the minute chart here because we are with crypto. You know, we do have to track it a little bit different just because it does trade 24/7. So these patterns are going to be larger. They're going to have more data. So those do need to be converted into fractals. All right, and that just means that we shrink the pattern back up. And then just based on these fib levels, okay, guys, not exactly the pattern that we're tracking here. We're just tracking the fibs. So from high to low, based on this current tracking, we would have something like this right here. Again, you're not seeing the exact same pattern. We're just tracking the high and the low. Okay, so this, and then a continuation. Here you can tell that right now, if we were to continue tracking Ethereum Classic, we would hit that $20 level here by tomorrow. Tomorrow going into Wednesday. That's exactly what happened in the March run-up. Okay. We had consolidation on Monday. Okay. And then on Tuesday we had a rip going into Wednesday. And then, again, stagnant for the rest of the week going into the end of March. We always go up, or we always have rallies at the end of the month. Most of the points of interest here that we track will happen at the beginning or end of the month. It's rare that it happens right in the middle. And if it does, it happens around that blue pattern. We know that the blue pattern is a pattern that happens every 2 months, typically in the middle of the month between the 10th of the month and the 18th of the month. Around that range is when the blue pattern happens, and we do see some POIs take place. December 17th is a prime example of that. We also had May 12th. Okay, those are all going to be smaller POIs, but they do typically occur around that blue pattern. All right. Yeah, we've been starting to see this pattern happen here with Amy every single day. Here in the past couple of weeks, we've seen this pattern happen over and over again. All right. Market is looking good as well. There's a lot of POIs this week, as well. With I've been doing indicator tracking on the website, along with the cycle tracker, and then now crypto tracking as well. These are going to be more related to indicators playing out with cycle analysis. So there are a couple that we are tracking right now, and things are looking pretty good in the markets. Let's do. Let me get a little playlist going, dude. Let me get a little playlist going. All right. Q. If you guys do want to track this, it's free on the website. I did go ahead. I'm going to show you guys real quick just because I launched this yesterday and I felt like I would share it with the world. All right, so this is the newly updated website here, okay? And all you got to do is you go to interactive charts, okay? And then right on the bottom here, you're going to see AMC. So you click AMC, and then you get this chart. It shows you the POI for the week. So this basically replaced the weekly scenarios. You can interact with it. It'll tell you a little bit about the cycle. You even have AMC tracking right here. You have the ticker live. You can also make this, if you have TradingView, you can also use this chart, okay? And then you track it every single day. So the POI is up here. We got resistance. And so far, we're tracking good, right? This thing is going up, leading towards that green zone, which is considered the cycle POI, point of interest. It tells you price target, support and resistance, the percentage, and then a time frame on when that POI is likely to play out, okay? There's a couple here that we track. There is a crypto tracker as well. So here we have, here I'm going to have Bitcoin and Ethereum Classic right now. Ethereum Classic, again, we posted yesterday. And here it tells you the price target, 23, 25, resistance, percentage, and then the time frame. And this tracker is obviously an AMC tracker. We play it out, and right now we have that pink portion about to be hit. Well, basically already hit because this is a line track. We did hit 23.50, I believe. So we already have the price target hit. But again, this is resistance, so it's likely it does continue to come back up a little bit here. All right, so check it out. It's cool stuff. And I figured everybody could, learn a little bit about the approach that I take here. It is a pattern analysis approach. There's interactive charts, a couple of other things here. So pretty fun stuff. All right. Well, I appreciate it. I'm happy you guys like it. Happy you guys like it. That's the goal. Make it, nice and easy for you to use. And I figured that the interactive charts would have been better than the weekly scenario I had prior to that, just because you can actually interact with the chart, you can track it every single day, and see where those levels are likely to head next, right? Compare it with your chart. So again, we do see just a bit of consolidation for the rest of the day. It's possible we continue to get that push up, but we did see last time in March, we saw Ethereum Classic go up around the same time, started to go up on Friday, going into Saturday, had a pretty nice rally on Sunday, and then AMC started to follow on Monday, but then came back down around midday. And we were at very similar levels. Actually, the Monday of that rally, we did have AMC go back down to 1530, but the ratios were a bit different. So here, that percentage would be around the $16 range here if it did come back down, and then we would consolidate and get ready for a rip tomorrow. So let's see what goes down. All right, let's read some comments, some chats. I'm trying to get to some questions here. If anybody has any questions, I'm happy to answer those. Sundar, thank you, man. Aileen, thank you so much. You guys are very welcome. Eliza, I appreciate that so much. I'm happy to have you guys all in here. Again, you guys make this stream what it is. Really, it's the energy of that chat that makes it fun and good to be in here. All right, let's draw some lines. It's going to be our level right here of support. It's going to be around the 1625. Okay. We did just touch resistance here, guys, as well. We know that. Whoops. Need to do that. Okay, so we did just cross resistance here on the... Okay, this was the first level of resistance that we crossed. Now, this is where it must be maintained here. Even if we came back down, we would have to get a full cross here. And then after this, guys, it's almost inevitable that we will touch resistance. There is no reason as an institution to not have whatever plan they have here to meet these technical setups. There's no reason why this should not be pushing back up. If they were gonna short the stock, it would be ideal for them to set this entire chart up to touch resistance and then short it at resistance. Again, it's likely we will have a push down here, but it'll be a shorter term push. I don't believe we're going to get, new levels, new low levels after this. I do see us going up with that end of July POI. But we do have this resistance right here. So let's see what AMC does here for the rest of the day. AMC is looking good. We're getting some nice volume coming in as well. The market is looking good. The SPY is at 388. Okay. 388, and it is likely a lot of patterns that you see play out in the market. So there's a lot of stocks right now that are having rallies. Okay, and depending on how the cycles work, there are stocks that actually predict what the market is going to do next. There are stocks that rally prior to the market, and right now we're seeing those stocks take their turn. Okay, and this goes with crypto as well. Ethereum Classic, for example, has a very similar setup to the SPY here. Let's compare it. Okay, we had this sort of wedge setup. Okay, it looked like a bearish wedge setup here, but in fact, you're starting to see it come back into the channel. Okay, so this right here came out of the channel and then came right back in and crossing resistance once more. So this is something that we see happen a lot with AMC, and it's happening right now with the SPY. So take that, consider that for a potential market reversal here. We've been bullish on the SPY for a while. Okay, the low here, even though we've had some stagnant pressure, I do believe that the market has found that low here in the short term, and we should start going back up. We do have big earnings this week. We also have a lot of different things going on in the world. Okay, so you got to think about elections as well. Typically before elections, you will see a market rally, end of year rally with holiday coming in. July is typically a very bullish month. We're starting to see that here. So there's a lot of different things, guys, that are looking really good here for the markets. Again, we've been down for almost 8 months now, and I think, you know, the last 5 months of the year, 4 months of the year should be nice for the markets, right? It's just been terrible. It's been terrible. So we need a little relief rally in the markets. And look at that. Amy is starting to curl back up. Loving it. We're going to rally with the family here. We crossed 17 bucks today. We're going to rally with the family. You want to see Disco Man? Yeah, let's fucking rally. Look at that shit. We're going up. Hey. Oh shit. Amy, what is up? I'm trying to get Disco Man up in this. Where the hell's Disco Man? And we need to speed this galaxy up in here. Alright, let's change the galaxy. I'm gonna try to go fast here, bro. Warp speed. Warp speed. Oh, Amy. You better rally with the family. Rally with the family. Need some rockets in the chat. Throw that shit in the chat. All the rockets you can find. Emojis, elephant trunks. All of the above, baby. Come on. Let's get it. Make sure you bring your friends and family in the chat. Yo. Rally with your family, come on! Alright, we're gonna get some elephants in here, bro. Where are my elephants at? Oh yeah. Yo. I can't find my elephant, man. What happened to my elephant? Oh shit. Oh shit, Amy's going up. Amy's going up. Look at that. Look at that shit. It's a roller coaster, baby. I like these fucking lines. I know they're trippy, but bear with me, man. Alright, dude. Alright, dude. Oh, I see what's happening. Alright guys, we're gonna set this shit up. We are gonna set this shit up because Amy's going up. Oh. Whoa, bro. I'm trying to get some ABBA up in here, dude. Where's my ABBA at? ABBA. I'm trying to get some good ABBA, bro. Like, I've been playing the same ABBA songs. I need to get another couple man up in here. Some remixes up in here, dude. Damn, what? Bro. Come on, dude. Alright, we're gonna rally with some funk right now, dude. I'm gonna find some shit. We're gonna rally with some funk. This is Daft Punk, bro. Daft Punk, baby. Guys, how many fucking times have we seen this pattern play out here, dude? Look at this shit. Watch this, dude. It's like on every fucking time frame. Every fucking time frame, dude. Past like, look at that. Same fucking shit every single day. Look, same pattern. Take this fucking shit right here. Watch. Telling you, man. Boom. Boom. How many more can we find? Alright, that's 3 right there. This one's like fucking inverse. Still the same. Bam. Bam. I like this one. I like this one a lot. Algorithm's just like fucking bored or something. Why are you bored, bro? Give me something new. This one's not that similar, but I mean, you get the point here. This is what we get every single day. All right, we rally up in the morning to fake out, and then we start to slowly climb up. All right, and then we set up here. This is where we make our decision. We either go up or we just come back down. Okay, so let's see what we got here. And let's see what the algorithm wants to do. Let's track the 62-day cycle real quick. I just want to see what the possibilities are here for the next couple of days. I'm going to take these trend lines out for a minute. Take out this pattern here for a minute. And let's bring our baby cycle back. All right. Put this guy right here. And you guys know that this is considered noise in the cycle. All right, so we do have a lot of different patterns playing out here towards the end, but we are still tracking these fib levels, guys, up here. All right, so let's do something else. There we go. Oh, yeah. Break out, baby. Break out. Alright, let's do this. I'm going to show you guys something cool. Alright, I'm going to turn it down real quick. This is a cool thing about the cycle, okay? The cool thing about the cycle is that you don't have to just track the 62-day cycle over and over again. You can use what's in the 62-day cycle on every cycle. So we can use this pattern right here, okay? We can come back here and we can use this pattern right here. And we can use this one back here. Because these all, remember, these are all playing out individually every 62 days. All right, so the cool thing about this is that, well, right now, we are actually tracking 4 months apart. Okay, what happened, I'm sorry, not 4 months apart, 2 months apart, what happened back here. It's actually tracking very, very similar. So if we take this same pattern, guys, okay, the red portion of it, right here, okay, because we know this one also tracked, but this one tracked identical, okay, you can tell right here that it's lining up with the smaller time frame POIs as well. So if we take this pattern right here, okay, and you can see this, guys, go watch the last video I posted, and it shows you exactly how this works, the volume analysis on the cycle here. So you can tell that, you know, some of these are going to be shifting over a tad bit here, depending on the other cycles that are working against this this thing, right? Because they do work together, but you see the same structure of a pattern, and it's all leading to this upside here. So we are this pattern right here playing out inverse has only happened a couple times in the cycle, and this is why I'm pretty excited for the next couple of weeks. Okay. Let's see how many times it has played out to the upside. So we're going to take this curve, or this little arc pattern here. We're going to create, okay, our little red pattern right here. See how many times it's played out identical right there. Okay, it's played out identical back here. Here, it's played out identical as well. Okay, just take the macro direction of it. And then there's been 2 that have completely played out inverse. So for example, right here, you see this one playing out inverse. Okay. And then this one right here, towards the end, started to play out. But the thing is, this one is actually considered inverse as well, because it didn't start to curve until the next cycle. And this is exactly what we talk about here, guys, that the beginning and the end of the cycle are what choose the macro direction of where the stock is going to go. So here, okay, we're experiencing the same thing that happened back here. Okay, this goes with the 3-month cycle as well, trying to hit that level of resistance towards that marker here. So things are looking really good. Finally, things are curving up. We also have the resistance levels about to be hit for, let's see, let's pull up this chart real quick and show you. Projection, nope. All right, here, let's do this. So I want to show you guys real quick. I'm gonna take away the screen for a sec. I know we're having a rally, okay? We're taking a little breather, okay? I'm gonna put this sort of boring screen up here for a sec, just because I want to show you guys how this volume thing works. Here we go, volume cycle. All right, so if you watched that video, I talked about how understanding how how volume works on AMC is a good way to predict. Once you understand what cycle you're in and where you are in the cycle, this is a good way to predict price targets, even though it's a dangerous thing to do. Right now, we are tracking for that 58% increase. So basically the inverse of what happened back here on this volume cycle. So here, the $58 range would be about $17.50. But remember, there's always a clock over that typically erases. So it's a wick that shouldn't have happened. And if that does go down here, guys, and we fill in the volume, we go back up here, we know that there is 1.6 billion in volume on this cycle. So if we apply the same volume back here, we still have about 300 million that has to be filled in here by the end of the week. So consider that how can you distribute this volume in a matter of 4 days, right? You know, that means that if that's about 80 million every single day until Friday. So there might be some days here where, you know, we don't have as much volume, and you might see the price action just sort of stagnate for a little bit, and then you might have a one-day rip where you do get, you know, 150 million in volume. So how much volume do we have today? Let's see. Yeah, this is insane, guys. This is actually fucking insane. We have right now, intraday volume is at 31 million. Holy shit. We haven't had a crazy day here in volume yet. So that might fucking be tomorrow, man. It might be tomorrow. It almost has to be, because again, if we are following this setup here and things are tracking according to the volume, then there should be a day here or a day or two where we have over 100 million in volume, and today we're already at 30 million. There's still 3 hours left here intraday, so there is a good chance that we see this happen in the short term. I did draw this down here. You didn't really see this in the video, but these are the little patterns that are being played out here by these volume candles. You can kind of see the curve and how they're very similar. All of these, okay? But yeah, if this were to play out, dude, woof, that it would be a really nice gain on AMC.
No matter how hard you try, you can't stop.
If you want more information on how volume analysis works, go watch the last video. I talk about everything here, very in depth. This is just me kind of updating it, going over. This is one thing I'm tracking. I'm also tracking the... Let's pull this up. The trend analysis and the zones here. So these are these are very important zones on AMC, guys. There's a volatility zone in green. There's going to be a parallel channel zone here, the yearly channel in blue, and then there's also the support zone in red. And we are finally crossing right above to hopefully come back into this blue channel, and that would be a new trend here that has not happened with AMC. The only thing that I've seen happen, guys, is I've seen this happen once with AMC, all right, and it's basically crossing these three and then getting a full push through. So exactly what happened here, okay, from red to green, all right, and how long did that take? It took 120 days. So watch this. Now, this would be considered a fractal. This is where you actually have to convert things to fractals because, you know, things behave differently on smaller time frames, all right? So this is what you got to do. This is what you got to do, brother. All right, so here we got a couple of fractals playing out. But what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to go on the 1 hour chart. And I'm going to take this right here from the start and do this. And I did have a fractal laid out here that I showed on the last stream. But this is what this is going to show you guys, and it's pretty interesting stuff. I'm going to take this out for a sec. Is it shows you the POIs. So as it comes into this red channel, it shows you the POIs playing out when you stretch out this pattern. So, for example, this one has 3 POIs. It's got one here, and one here. And remember, they don't have to be lined up perfectly. They just have to be shown within this channel in the volume. So, for example, here we got the May 12th. Okay, we have June 1st, and then we also have end of June back here. So these are all large volume candles, and they're very closely displayed just like this fractal down here. And then you start to get a push back up. All right. So again, not the same pattern, but you're starting to see the same structure. Okay, and if this were to play out similarly, what happened back here in February of 2021 is that we crossed right through that blue channel, and we basically hovered right over and barely touched the green zone. So what that would look like here for Amy is that would be the $22, $23 level. So this would be a clock over on resistance, and hopefully this would be a smaller projector that would set us up for a full push through. Okay, because once you cross, guys, red, blue, and green in a short period amount of time, it's very likely that as soon as you get through the volatility zone, that this thing will just shoot up. Most people, the way they would interpret this is using volume profile. That will kind of show you where the price is likely to just push through, because there's basically no volume on that volume profile, making it more likely for a run to happen on those levels. So this is basically a way you can see that and display it through that using trend lines. Basically, this is giving you like fib zones from that perspective. Oh, we got a Jim Cramer in here or what? Nah, it's all good. Here, I'm gonna show you guys something, because we got some Jim Cramers in here. All right. I didn't know you could do this. I thought this was the coolest thing ever. All right, I did not know that you could fucking do this. But I got a chance to do it now, and I'm going to show you guys because I want to show you how the cycle works and why it's accurate. All right, I want to show you why the cycle's accurate. So what I did was I apparently TradingView has like a feature that you can actually time your predictions. Like if you have a prediction, you post it, and then through like Twitter and stuff, and it'll like record it or whatever. So these are like some of these are the only POIs that I've sent out on Twitter. Okay, and you can see back here all of these POIs. You could read them and pause the video, read them or whatever. And all these POIs were sent out before there was a POI set up, and you can see the POI with high volume, guys. So here we've only had 4 big POIs play out. I circled them out here for you. Okay, there's been one right here. Okay, cycle predicted that one. There's been the March run up, again sent out right here. Talked about back here, 144% return. Okay, there's a POI sent on the May run up right here for a dip and then a rally. Okay, dip to 930, rally to 12, and then there was one back here as well, saying that there's a POI playing out here in the next couple of days, going into the macro POI in July. So all of these tweets, again, I put them up here on purpose because I want you guys to see how accurate the cycle is. Again, it's not just me throwing out random shit, and it's really in reply to that one dude that the cycle does work. and it has been working. And there is, you know, it's important to understand that when these things play out, guys, remember, there's a lot of noise happening in between these micro setups. There's no reason to focus so much on what's happening in between. Focusing on the macro POIs is going to be the most important thing to do. And that is something that the cycle has just not failed in. It's been very accurate on the macro POIs. We're currently seeing one about to play out here end of July. And, you know, if we get that full push through and we start to get the $25, $30 level, then we should be set up to go to the next level of resistance, guys. Okay, so again, cycle is very, very accurate. It's been doing really, really great things for you. I hope it's been helping. You know, there's been some people that have made some nice money. Had this one dude who back here when that was sent out, he made over 200 grand. Okay, he was very appreciative. And he came in here on the channel for a little bit, said some nice things. He's on the Discord as well. But yeah, there is some nice ways to approach this, guys, for sure. You just know how the cycle works. It's a good. Aaron, yes, my guy, Aaron. Yeah, very wild dude. All right, so we're getting that smaller push down, guys. Let's see how that pattern that I posted here is tracking, just out of curiosity. Oh, shit, baby. Bro, look at this. All right, so we are tracking this pattern right now. Let's see when it stops tracking, dude. Again, fractals. Cool thing, man. This is actually, it's not a fractal, it's a pattern. It is the same time frame. Okay, 15 to 8:30 to 15, whole day. We took this pattern here from, what day was it? This one? Yeah, it's this one. So we're basically playing out what happened here on July 12th. Okay, it's like the pattern is just ran out of things to do. Okay, but this should be setting us up for a nice rally tomorrow. Elevate music. So it's possible that we do close towards this $16 range today. I don't see us, you know, dipping below the intraday levels. I see today being a green day and then us setting up for tomorrow. I think this has been a clear bear trap for anybody wanting to short AMC. Right around here. So again, when this builds up, guys, like this, you typically do get a massive volatility event after that. Okay, this doesn't just come back down. This is setting up for a massive volatility event, and we should see it. We should see it this week. Okay, that is the time frame. The time frame is this week to hit resistance and then take a breather. But this is, guys, this is just building us up for the macro POI. So once we get this, okay, and we set up, we hit the $19 level. Let's say we create something like this. This right here is going to set us up for the macro POI end of month. And it should, you know, hopefully be a breakout. Remember, POIs don't always indicate upside. They just indicate volatility. So if for whatever reason, and you're gonna have to clip this, man, because I say this every single video, but if for whatever reason some shit goes down, you know, on the split or GameStop split or anything with earnings, and we start to crash and we start to come back down, there's gonna be multiple things as to why that happened. And the first one obviously would be a hit in resistance, a test back down. So the same thing that happened here. And the second thing would be the market. Okay, so the market cycle would also, if we started to crash or had an event where things started to come back down very quickly, you would see the same thing happen here. Okay, and then we would have to wait for that October POI. That would suck, but it would be something we would have to wait for. Okay, so just consider that POIs do not always indicate upside. But again, we are bullish here, and that is just a conviction. Okay, you take into account everything else, and everything else looks good as of now. So in the short term, I'm very optimistic about a setup like this. But we still need a couple of more confirmation setups for the macro POI to play out, above that $30 range and beyond that, right? All right. Look at that, man. Look at that. All right, let's see something real quick. So we're going to go back here again just to update the POI. So for those of you, again, who haven't seen this, is the website. If you want an interactive chart for AMC, you can access this. Anybody can access this. Go on the website, tradingwithemotions.com, click AMC, and then you get your little POI system here. And for this POI, guys, it is tracking resistance at around the $18 to $19 range here for the 21st. So going into the 21st is when the POI is set. So it could happen here in the next couple of days. It's starting to kick off. We are getting the first rise here. So going into tomorrow, if we start to get the POI and we go up and touch it, we should be around this range here for the 21st. Okay, so this is the weekly POI. We'll be posting these every single Sunday, okay? Look at that. Look at that tracking, bro. A POI is a point of interest. Okay, so a point of interest is something that the cycle tracker picks up. Okay, so cycle tracking is an approach that is taken when doing cycle analysis. So this involves everything with the cycle indicators that are being used. So the fast Fourier transform, the FIB time zones. There's a lot of filters that I use for basically filtering out the noise in the cycle to pick up the volatility events. And then after that is done, it's important to study what is going on around the market. So different sectors involved with AMC. So not exactly the market as a whole or like the blue chip stocks, but really the other sectors. So like, crypto sectors or like, cannabis sectors, stuff like that are being highly manipulated by these institutions will trade against AMC. So knowing those cycles basically narrows down these points of interest, and that is how we come up with these. There's also the pattern recognition, which is, understanding how fractals apply on a larger and smaller scale, and that is a way to also come up with the POIs. So for example, there's a lot you can come up with, but this is an example of like pattern recognition tools and then applying these with fractals. So here we got, this would be considered a fractal. Okay, you take this is an arc pattern, And basically what you would do here for pattern recognition, or what pattern recognition tools do, is that they pick up patterns like this playing out on a different scale. So you can see right here that this arc pattern lines up. And what does it line up with? Well, it lines up with right here. That's 1 POI. That's 2 POI. Okay? And then obviously you have the exact same pattern playing out here on a larger scale. So this would be considered a fractal. You can actually calculate this with those tools. And then there's a lot more, guys. There's a lot more that we can do and we can use with this. The projector pattern is one that also looks very similar right here. Okay, and they do play out on similar time frames as well, but those would just be considered patterns, right? Not fractals. That's why they're two different things, but they're patterns that behave very similarly, and they hit, very similar levels as well. One that was pretty cool that I was looking at the other day was, with the SPY, with the market, was actually an inverse fractal from AMC to sort of understand what is going on with the SPY, like how the SPY is hitting these levels that are playing out. So I'm going to pull that up here because I thought this one was pretty cool. Let's see, AMC fractal. Here we go. Look at this, guys. This is AMC. Okay, I'm going to flip this. This is AMC before it ran in March. Okay, this is the 18th. And then this is the 21st. Okay, and then this is setting up for the end of March. Okay, this fractal right here, if you lay it over the SPY, look at how it's hitting these levels. Okay, every single level that is being hit, this is considered ratio fib level here. And so far, it's tracking identical. So if the SPY were to continue to track this way, we would actually see some upside. Now, you also have to consider that when you do fractals and they give up and they start tracking a different pattern, then you don't use that anymore. It's gone. It's over. They will stop tracking at some point, and it's very important to keep an eye on these, because when that is the case, some people can rely too much on a pattern, and this is why we use everything else, right? There's pattern recognition, there's pattern tools you can use, and then you start using everything else as far as the option chain goes. Again, talking about the cycle indicators and then cycle rotations. There's also the market psychology. Market psychology is huge. When Catalyst gets released, through the media, it's how they manipulate certain things. So there's a lot that goes into it, but you do pick up really nice levels for sure that we're able to track. And that's how the POIs have been set, guys, for AMC for the past couple of months. Look at that pattern, guys. Look at that pattern. Nicely tracked. Yes, that skill, I flipped it on purpose just so you can see the chart I was comparing. It looked a little wonky upside down, but yes, this was flipped for you. Alrighty, alright. Alrighty, guys. Oh, and if you have not already, make sure you join the Discord. Click the link below and go on the social page and join the Discord. It's very simple. It's just a For You page for alerts, and then there's a chat. So, there's a lot of good people in there. Very, very just intimate chat. There's no bots. There's no other channels. There's literally two, one for alerts and one for chat. So if you want a nice community of people just sharing their experiences and chatting up, make sure you join that. It's fun. And then, I do send out a lot of alerts as well with videos and AMC setups, stuff like that on the For You page, right? But very nice and chill chat, man. Yeah, I'll give you the link. I got you, man. Here, I'll post it on the, there you go. It's on the chat for you all if you guys want to join that. Ozone. Your pattern is not working. I would say, I mean, I don't stop tracking these until they fully start, tracking elsewhere. But right now, this pattern is definitely tracking identical. You start to see little gaps right here, and those are normal. Very normal when doing pattern analysis. You see it happen right here. You see it happen right here. Right here. Just because it starts to go up like that does not mean that it's going to stop tracking. There's very, very much space allowed when tracking these fractals. I want AMC to go up. I really do. And I'm very optimistic again for the next couple of days. But what we did see happen last time and what we've seen happen with Ethereum Classic tracking is that it's about 2 days behind. So what that tells me is that if Ethereum Classic started going up on Saturday, we're kind of starting to see that happen here in the markets today. So it's possible that we do keep climbing today, and then we start ripping, tomorrow going into Wednesday. So, this is just to show you how, certain patterns are playing out on the daily, on the, intraday charts and stuff. And once it stops tracking, guys, that is when you let go of that pattern and you start trying to find the next pattern that is going to be made, right? Created here. So these are very helpful. Like, right, okay, there we go. Now we're starting to see it push back up. We did see this back here, okay, so pay attention to this. If this starts going back up very quickly, okay, and there's not a, basically a circulation back down, then this pattern or this tail end, I would be not tracking anymore. I'd say let's track something else. But you're always going to see multiple patterns here laid out for you because that's one of the things about cycle analysis and cycle tracking. It is a little bit harder to do intraday. Intraday, I don't pay too much attention to it. I'm more of a macro type of a tracker here. But when we are having a rally, it's important to see the possibilities that could play out. And I think this is a nice pattern here. So we'll leave it and see what is happening. Let's go to the macro real quick, the hour, and see what we got here as well. Let's do something here. Let's take this entire pattern. And I'll also line it up with this too. This is the 120-day cycle analysis here that we talked about. Okay, and you could tell that we are coming very close to that green portion we talked about here. That would be like 100% gain. So if in the next couple of days we start to see Ethereum Classic go up drastically, like, you know, if it starts to go up to the $30 range in the next couple of days, Ethereum Classic would have basically almost tripled in value from its low. So Ethereum Classic was at $13, and then it went up to 23 in 3 days. So it went up 40%, and it's close. It's really close to breaking out again. So depending on that, and if depending really on if AMC continues to track here in the next couple of days, and we do get confirmation of that, we should see it just trailing behind Ethereum Classic again. So last time we were able to track it perfectly. Everything that we tracked here for AMC for that level, we started to just follow the steps of Ethereum Classic, and it paid off very well. So hopefully that is the case this time too. We have somebody tracking in front. You know, you're going to be making a lot of money if you're tracking behind it. Moon Ape, for sure, man. Get the outline of a banana. Dude, we do elephant trunks, baby. For sure. Oh, yeah. Look at that. All right, so right now what we're looking at is a, unless this thing were to come back down here and start trailing again, I think we're going to take this one out and see what AMC is looking like for here. So let's draw some lines, dude. This is currently a triangle. We got some nice support and resistance. So this is our little flag here, and we did break below it, but now we're starting to come back in, hopefully. Just like the SPY did the other day. Sometimes flipping the chart too can give you a better perspective, looking at things from like a bearish perspective, inverse. Here you'd be like, oh, was this a fake out pattern, a projector? Did it fake out? Did it fail? And if it did, then you would start to see this climb back up. If it didn't, then this projector pattern would start going up. If we flip it, we would get the inverse of that, right? But here, again, we need to get some testing done. So on this level of resistance here, if this were to cross through again, I think we would start getting our POI play out today, going into tomorrow, and that would be great. The sooner the better, man. Yes, Thankster, please send me a dancing video. I've been asking you guys on the Discord, the link that I just clicked on. Go send me some GIFs. All right, go dance or whatever. Send me the GIF and I'll post it. I'll post it on here, bro. When we rally with Alba. Get me some ABBA in here. We'll rally with it, man. All right, let's bring back the yeah. All right, enough of that shit. Let's rally. Let's rally, bro. 3-minute chart is nice too. Yeah, I have an idea, dude. Hey, I have an idea. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can pull up the ticker chart here, man. Let me see if I can pull it up. Alright, let's see if this works. Oh, this is cool as shit. Alright, this is the ticker chart on AMC. This is the 1 second chart. Where should I put it though, man? I'm gonna have to move this. Here, I'm gonna put this right next to the price action here. You guys like this? You want this on the stream? Should be coming out of the chat or something? Like right here, up here or something? Yeah. Yeah, bro.
Barbara Streisand. Barbara Streisand.
There we go. That's the ticker chart right up here, guys. Ticker chart.
Barbara Streisand.
This one is the second chart. Alright, so we'll leave that there. Let me know if you guys like that or if it's annoying up there. I mean, look. I just want to see some heavy push happen on there's the thing about the second chart is I don't like it, but you know, with rallies I think it's fair to have it up there just because it gets pretty intense. It gets pretty fucking intense, man.
Barbara Streisand.
Yo, yo, yo. Make sure you guys like the stream. Get some more peeps in here, baby.
Barbara Streisand. Barbara Streisand.
Whoa. You guys see that? Fucking OBS. Hey. Alright. We're good, right? Back in business? Back in business. Okay. Let's play some fucking, like... Oh, fuck. What should we play, dude? Let's play some... Some rock and roll, baby. Some rock and roll. Rock and roll, baby.
This house is a circus, berserkers fuck. We tend to see that as a perk, though look what it's done to
Arctic Monkeys.
memories I pretend, and the last thing that they want is for the feelings to end.
Yes, rally, baby. Let's go. Alright, here we go, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Look at that fucking volume, bro. Look at that shit. Yo. Break out. Break out, Amy, break out. All right, Amy. I want to see some big candles right here. We're getting close to 17, guys. We haven't seen 17 in more than like 2 months, man. 3 months. Look at that. Oh shit! Here we go. Here we go. That is beautiful, man. That is beautiful. You know what? I think I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave this right here. There we go. There we go. see Amy up here. We'll stay the macro chart in the bottom. Oh, wait a second. Come on, dude.
If you were there, beware the serpent soul pinchers. 350, no thank yous, and nobody flinches. Go on, girl, go on, give us something gruesome. We require your grief. Thugs help the thieves as they're trying to rob. The words from a goblin take the source to the innocence.
All right.
If you were there, beware the serpent soul pincher. Can't you sense she was never meant to fill column inches? And you had enough, what you're trying to dig up isn't there to be dug. The thieves help
All right, let's see what's going on, man. Let's see what's going on with Amy.
raise of a sweetheart to the point she'll comply. And why leave her on her?
All right, we had a bit of a red candle here. Let's see. The SPY probably took a dip. Yeah, so the SPY is taking a breather here. And I think that's bringing Amy down with it. But, you know, typically these candles, followed by a green V reversal here in the short term, typically indicates more upside. But this might be that candle, guys, for this consolidation for the rest of the day. But again, as long as we maintain the $16 level, really is what we want to maintain for a push up. I'm going to show you guys what happened on March. Okay, so you guys can kind of see what we can be looking for here in the next couple of days. I guess it's going to make me go on the 10-minute. So what happened in March, okay? March 18th comes. We see Ethereum Classic start to rally right around this time, right? Because this is the weekend. And then right as the market opens, we see Amy go from 1560 all the way up to 1657. So very similar setup to what happened today. Obviously today we're up higher, but then you see this short attack take place, okay? Right around that 12 clock mark, you start to see AMC come down. So let's take this pattern, okay, and let's use it. All right, let's use it because this is when AMC started to go up the day after that. Let's take this entire pattern. And I'm not saying things are going to play out this way, but this is a good way to track at least when maybe we can see some upside, when we can see some downside, according to this setup here. So this is why I think we'll have some consolidation today, and then we'll have a nice gain tomorrow. So from 3, right here, okay, we talked about. Okay, not the same pattern at all, and again, we're not tracking that. We are tracking the smaller direction setup here. So there is consolidation until tomorrow, and then we start to rip midday tomorrow. So let's see if that is something that plays out here. You know, we can also be a little bit ahead of the game too, so we could be going up today. But I think it's all really going to depend on the market cycle, the entire market cycle for this. Okay? Either way, man, we are looking good. Pretty bullish for the next couple of days. Man, dude, I'm rooting for Amy to pull it off, and I'm rooting for the cycle. Yes, the cycle is a blessing. Very much a blessing. I'm very optimistic about the market because of one stock, guys. One stock, and that is, as Zip Trader says, lovely Mara. Lovely Mara. Lovely Mara. Okay, Mara is at $10 and going. I sent out an alert on the Discord. That's been the highest gain play we've had. It's the contracts that we were looking at went up 1,800%. And dude, man, this thing has been doing some nasty things to the market right now. So Mara looks good, and it's typically one of the first stocks when we start to see a market reversal to show or lead the way. We see this happen a lot with crypto stocks because crypto is used as leverage in the markets. A lot of hedge funds use crypto for positions in the market. So Mara, naturally is going to be tracking the sentiment of crypto and Bitcoin and Ethereum. So we're starting to see it rally, and that's a really nice indicator here. So again, next couple of days, we should see other sectors rotate and start also squeezing as they come. So AMC is obviously on the list. There's a couple of other stocks on there as well. Okay, we're getting a little view reversal. That is really good news. Amy comes back up here, and we should be set, man, to continue a little bit more here on this rally. Maybe you get 17 today. That would be good. Ready, all right. All right, let's draw some levels. Track some fibs. A lot of things this could be. One of the ones that I'm going to be using for this tracking, guys, and that I have pulled up before, I have some patterns here. Let's do the 30-minute, and let's actually bring the projector pattern, because this is one of my favorite to track for fibs. I think this one really does play out on the entire AMC chart pattern. You can find this multiple times on many different time frames. Okay, so for example, right here, and we're taking a look at individual sections, right? So here, for example, we would see the pattern gives up, does not track anymore, but you have this setup right here. for AMC. Little M setup. And this pattern right here, dude, is very similar. Okay. It's very similar right here on this fractal. Okay, right about here. Okay. So here are the fib levels being hit. Stops tracking right here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then you can also extend this pattern as well. And that's exactly what we're going to do. It's multiple fractals. Okay, and we're tracking it from right here. Okay. And right here what we have for these fibs. Remember, the pattern doesn't have to be the same. Just tracking the highs and the lows. And what we have here for resistance is going to be that $18 level, $18.50. And then we pull this up on the 1 hour chart. Whoop. This trend line is not lined up because trading view. Okay, here we go. Here. Right there. Right around here is where we're going to get that resistance. And we have that here with the projector pattern showing us the level that is likely to be hit. And this is the moving average, so that does not count these wicks that we're talking about, right? If we create a similar projector, it would look a bit like this. And then from here is where we wouldn't necessarily see it track the same way, but we might see it sort of turn into something else. There's multiple projector patterns, guys, and multiple levels that are hit. Typically on a setup like this, okay, there's two things that can happen. I did talk about this on the previous video. Typically when you're curling back up on a setup like this, there will be a new level of support established and you won't come back to this level. We've seen it happen with this setup back here. Okay, we had this level right here that was being treated as support. We also had this level back here, okay, being treated as support right here, and none were hit. Okay, the projector went up and hovered right over and actually hit a didn't hit a trend line level of support. Okay, it hit this level of support back here, which was the $12 level. Okay, we also see it happen back here. And this projector looks a bit different. Okay. So this right here, this setup, is probably something we're going to be looking at here on the macro scale. This might not be such a clean projector pattern that comes back and tests lower levels of resistance. This one might actually just go from here because the POI is you know, in such a closed time frame. Like thinking about it from the last projector pattern that played out, guys, here when we got resistance and came back down, it would have made sense if we were to go up to bounce right here. This would have been a larger projector, which typically means that once you start going up, the size of the projector is going to basically predict and tell you how large of a rally it's going to be, and this is based off of fib levels. So here, with a pattern like this, we might get two projector patterns, and this is why I talked about the October point of interest being a possibility if we didn't completely run and break this $30 level. Because if this were to come through and test resistance here at 30 and come back down, well, then we would have a projector pattern here. And this is why this is a good thing, okay? Go watch, there's a list of videos that I have posted on AMC, and there's like 5 that are very important, and one of them is called Cycle Sessions. That one talks about the projector pattern and why the size matters, okay, when going up. It matters because of fibs, okay? It matters because of fibs. You can take a pattern, okay, and when you stretch it out and convert it into a fractal, you're stretching the time, you're stretching the size price-wise of that projector, that pattern, meaning that, you know, naturally you're going to get a larger push, more momentum, more volume coming in, just from, you know, basic fractal analysis levels, right? If you shrink it and you have a smaller projector, that would be a smaller projection, right? Smaller projection in price. So the bigger the better in this case. That is just, again, if we do get resistance on this macro POI, and we have to wait for the October setup. But if things start to play out here, and we just, you know, cross that level of resistance and go straight to 40, then I'd say otherwise this would be the projector, and we would start climbing up here for end of July. All right, multiple setups. Both are good for Amy. All right, 1680. And pushing. Many stocks as well are crossing right now the 1348 EMA. There's about 5 that I have seen so far cross it, and there's 2 right now that are about to cross as well. We are seeing right now closely related to the EV sector. Also, you know, we got Tesla earnings coming up, so that should really affect the markets here, hopefully in a positive way, and we start to see a bunch of EV stocks, you know, climb up. And I'm bullish because Mara actually has correlation with Lucid, and Mara is going up right now. So typically, you know, this is why it's important to understand cycle rotations and studying what other cycles are doing versus the current ones that are being tracked, because they do predict the price action for those. You know, us looking at Ethereum Classic, that is very helpful. It's been helpful in the past. It works the same way with other stocks and other cryptos. DRNo, thank you, man, for that link. Yes, that is the Twitter link if you guys want to follow on Twitter. I also have a Discord link here if you guys want to join the Discord chat with the family and chat it up. It's fun in there. And make sure you give this stream a nice little like, smack it, you know. You got to get Will Smith back in on this. Smacking the ask. Slap that ask, you know. At ASK. Alright, ASK. Ballistic Hog, it's different every week. Okay, we track different stocks every single week. So, here, I'm going to give you guys an example here, a little preview of what goes down on that, what we track. So this is the website, and I'm going to give you guys an example. We're going to go on interactive charts. There's a cycle tracker which tracks the POIs, the points of interest, using the approach. And then indicator tracker is going to track anything that is basically about to break out. Indicators that are indicating a breakout, important ones using cycle analysis as well. And then crypto tracker. Right now we're tracking 2. Obviously Bitcoin is your staple. And then Ethereum Classic is one that we started tracking. This is using POIs as well as AMC tracking. So it'll show you the little tracker, price target, all that stuff. I posted this yesterday, okay, and so far this is played out, and it already hit the price target. This is a line graph here, so the wick already touched 23. It went to 23.50. So the price target was met. Okay, it was about an 18% increase. And then these will be updated. They're updated basically every single day once the price target. So after this day, this will be a new setup. You can track it with that. And there's a bunch of other stocks that we're tracking right now for that. So if you're interested, yeah, make sure you check it out. Read up on it. Pretty cool stuff. All right, pretty interesting stuff. We got the SPY going down. We got Amy just negative beta on that. Always a good thing. Diverting from the SPY. I think most stocks are holding up pretty well right now with this SPY dip. Most stocks are holding up pretty well. This might be an early dip in the week, guys, with earnings. Okay, a lot of the times you will see a dip, okay, to price in all this stuff, fake outs before nice earnings. So we're gonna see here shortly. Oh, man. Too late for elephants. Not too late. Not too late. I guess we're just waiting for this breakout here. But it's looking like we're getting a bit of resistance here with the market. So the SPY is down quite a bit. So that might indicate just a short-term consolidation. Again, the fact that we're staying up here and we're not really moving from this is very bullish for Amy for the coming days. So I think as we're tracking this pattern and having Ethereum Classic lead the way, even if there is a small dip, guys, I'm really tracking the $16 level here. Even if we were to come back down to 16, that should set us up for a nice rally tomorrow. Like, consider it this way, like, 16 even sets us up right here. Okay, we have resistance, or I'm sorry, we have support right now. The support trend line is all the way down here at the 1530 range. And that's kind of what happened on that pattern that I was showing you guys in March. We stuck around the 1530 range before climbing all the way up to 20, okay, in a matter of days. So based on the POI and everything happening here, it's very likely we'll get something like that. Jeff Charles, a POI is a point of interest. It is picked up by doing cycle analysis. Cycle analysis is a different approach that I take when looking at stocks, right? So there's technical analysis is looking at the the patterns that typically indicate upside or downside. So head and shoulders, cup and handle, wedges, flags, pennants, and cycle analysis is a different approach. So it does consider patterns, but basically using patterns, converting them to fractals, using different time series to analyze how patterns behave, and then also taking into account the indicators in which the repetition of these patterns occur on similar time frames, different time frames, and then also the option chain is huge when coming up with these zones because of volatility. So volatility is big with options, derivatives, implied volatility. Knowing how that works has been able to spot a lot of different POIs for AMC. Yeah, the cycle has a really good track record. A really good track record. It's been able to pick up all the past 4 POIs that have played out here since November, because the cycle was born in November, and that is where the channel started here. And all of these POIs that you're looking at here, okay, December, February, March, May, okay, and now these have all been picked up by the cycle, and they've been alerted by the cycle. Again, we have a tweet section here of all the tweets that got sent out prior to these runs, okay? And they have been picked up by doing a cycle analysis approach, picking up POIs. So it is very accurate. It has worked out. And I'm going to continue to use this approach because it's not something that the system is pushing out, and it won't push out because this is how algorithms work, guys. Algorithms are computers, communicating with other computers. Algorithms basically coming together to distort the retail or even smaller hedge funds, guys, that haven't caught up to the idea that there is a cycle happening in the market. I really do believe that the people telling you that markets are not predictable are the same ones playing into the system that know the market is predictable, because there is a structure in the markets, and it's been shown to work for sure. You can call it a theory if you want to, but if cycle analysis is a theory, then technical analysis is also a theory, and everything else in the markets is a theory, because not everything is 100%, and that's just the truth, right? I think it's just a different approach. It is what people should consider with the markets is that you can view the market and interpret the market however you want. If it's working for you, give it a chance, There's no reason to just stick to one approach. Try and break out a bit and see if something else is working. Exactly my point. And that I don't agree with theory, Mike. I don't agree with theory. That's why I don't have any of the terms that I use for this is a cycle approach. Cycle analysis approach. I never use theory. I don't like it. I'm with you, my guy. With you, my guy. Alrighty. I love you, bro. Look at that. Look at this, man. So nice. Alrighty, guys. I'm gonna send out some updates on the Discord. Okay, and do a little bit of updating here in the markets. If you want to be able to track AMC, okay, and track all of that nice, you know, all these nice setups that are happening, all these POIs, just make sure to, you know, go on the website. I posted on there for you. It's tradingwithemotions.com. And you can literally track AMC's POI. Go on the interactive charts and then go to AMC in the bottom. And you can, it'll tell you the price target, support resistance, the percentage, and then the time frame for the POI. So far, we are tracking it nicely. Okay, we're reaching that level, that zone here in the next couple of days. I will be updating some things. All right, guys. So we will see you in a couple of hours, and stay updated for a video coming out. Okay. Love you guys. Thank you for chilling with the stream. Have a good rest of your day.
Trade.